you have been committed for sentence, having pleaded guilty to an offence of publishing written material which is threatening, abusive or insulting, intending thereby to stir up racial hatred.
Judge Guy Curl sentencing 28-year-old Jordan Parler on August the 9th at the culmination of the UK riots. Parler had, in the words of the judge, taken to social media to encourage others to take part in an attack on the Britannia Hotel in Leeds. Many of the 210 occupants of the hotel were foreign refugees and asylum seekers. His sentencing came just days ahead of another woman. Julie Sweeney on Thursday was given more than a year in prison after posting on Facebook for a mosque to be blown up with people inside. Migrants and Muslim communities have become the targets of far-right protests across the UK, and social media has been blamed for its role.
Social media acted as really a rocket booster behind both the spread of misinformation and also the organisation of this violence. Social media companies need to take some responsibility. We also need to make sure that criminal activity online is being pursued.
Few saw their online profiles rise as much as Tommy Robinson, a far-right British activist with an outstanding arrest warrant for contempt of court. According to an analysis done by CCDH, the Centre for Countering Digital Hate, his posts on X had been viewed more than 434 million times since the riots began. He repeatedly linked the Southport stabbing attack to Muslim communities, despite the suspect in that attack not being Muslim. Now, digging into all this, there is a lot of talk on these sorts of accounts about different standards for immigrants, things like our country, our values, repeated claims too that the media are lying or deliberately being unfair. There are things here that are factually correct, but there's a lot of disinformation as well. Exaggerated statistics, pictures and videos from different locations and events to the ones that they're claiming to portray. So why is all this information so easy for people to believe, so compelling for so many, and what are its real-world effects?
Online comments can have a huge influence on offline behavior, and we've seen that in the past in so many instances. So I think it's really important for the policymakers and also the tech firms to start to understand that this wrong idea of a dualism between the online and the offline needs to be tackled, and also that there need to be different policy measures to clamp down on online hate speech or on promoting disinformation and hate speech.
Key in all of this is the role of platforms themselves, and for the August riots it was X. That was at least in part thanks to X owner Elon Musk, who himself made various posts during the riots that appeared to be supportive of the protesters, including suggestions that the UK was headed for civil war. Musk has marketed himself as a staunch advocate for complete freedom of speech, and that's meant allowing people considered by some to be extremists, like Andrew Tate and US neo-Nazi Andrew Anglin, back on the platform after previously being banned. It may not solely be about principles. According to CCDH, some of those reinstated accounts have generated tens of millions of dollars in advertising revenue through their billions of impressions. Whether or not freedom of speech is the ultimate question, some will wonder whether money is still the bottom line. John Flynn, TRT World.